Goldfinch is a decentralized lending platform that simplifies access to unitary enterprise to financial services, in particular, to unsecured loans. In this video you will learn what is income statement. What is an income statement? An income statement is one of the three important financial statements used for reporting a company's financial performance over a specific accounting period, with the other two key statements being the balance sheet and the statement of cash flows. Also known as the profit and loss statement or the statement of revenue and expense, the income statement primarily focuses on the company's revenues and expenses during a particular period. Understanding the income statement. The income statement is an important part of a company's performance reports that must be submitted to the SEC. The income statement focuses on four key items: revenue, expenses, gains, and losses. It does not differentiate between cash and non-cash receipts or the cash versus non-cash payments. It starts with the details of sales, and then works down to compute the net income and eventually the earnings per share. Revenues and gains. The following are covered in the income statement, though its format may vary depending upon the local regulatory requirements, the diversified scope of the business and the associated operating activities. Operating revenue. Revenue realized through primary activities is often referred to as operating revenue. For a company manufacturing a product, or for a wholesaler, distributor or retailer involved in the business of selling that product, the revenue from primary activities refers to revenue achieved from the sale of the product. Non-operating revenue. These revenues are sourced from the earnings which are outside of the purchase and sale of goods and services and may include income from interest earned on business capital lying in the bank, rental income from business property, income from strategic partnerships like royalty payment receipts, or income from an advertisement display placed on business property. Gains. Also called other income, gains indicate the net money made from other activities, like the sale of long-term assets. These include the net income realized from one-time non-business activities, like a company selling its old transportation van and used land, or a subsidiary company. Expenses and losses. The cost for a business to continue operation and turn a profit is known as an expense. Some of these expenses may be written off on a tax return if they meet the IRS guidelines. Primary activity expenses. All expenses incurred for earning the normal operating revenue linked to the primary activity of the business. They include the cost of goods sold, COGS, selling, general and administrative expenses, CC&A, depreciation or amortization, and research and development, R&D, expenses. Typical items that make up the list are employee wages, sales commissions, and expenses for utilities like electricity and transportation. Reading standard income statements. The focus in this standard format is to calculate the profit/income at each subhead of revenue and operating expenses and then account for mandatory taxes, interest, and other non-recurring, one-time events to arrive at the net income that is applicable to common stock. Though calculations involve simple additions and subtractions, the order in which the various entries appear in the statement and their relations often gets repetitive and complicated. Uses of income statements. Though the main purpose of an income statement is to convey details of profitability and business activities of the company to the stakeholders, it also provides detailed insights into the company's internals for comparison across different businesses and sectors. Based on income statements, management can make decisions like expanding to new geographies, pushing sales, increasing production capacity, increased utilization or outright sale of assets, or shutting down a department or product line. Competitors may also use them to gain insights about the success parameters of a company and focus areas as increasing R&D spends. Results. Today you have learned in more detail what an income statement. The Goldfinch team thanks you for watching and invites you to be part of our family. Subscribe to our social networks and like. Your Goldfinch.